It's easiest done with some examples and a definition. In the study of perception, the psychologist is trying to understand those systems that we use to detect something out there in the environment. Whoa, I saw the cat. In the study of sensation, people are studying feeling states like I'm in pain, ooh, it's hot here. This distinction is clear with the following simple rule of thumb, which comes from philosophers who study the way to study the mind. If somebody asks you after you say, I'm in pain, where does it hurt? You point to a part of your body, like your arm. If somebody asks you, where did you see the cat? It would be a joke to point to your eye and say, oh, I saw it right here. Odd as that is, I mean, it's just a joke. You can see that the room is just, it's an uproar. The joke actually does illustrate the way the terms are used differently, and this natural use of terms is really straightforward. So for some of this psychology, you experience a sensation that's localizable. Oh, it hurts in my knee. And if somebody asks you, how did your knee get hurt, you might say, well, I saw the guy run into it. And you're looking out to the environment, so you wouldn't say, I saw the cat in my eye. That's a fairly straightforward distinction. Another distinction is that sensations we're aware of. It would be bizarre to say, I'm feeling fine, and for somebody else to say, no, you're in pain, you're having the sensation of pain. If you're not experiencing it consciously, you're not having the sensation of pain by definition. However, it is possible to perceive something without being aware of the fact that you perceived it. If that's the definition of perceived, detect something in the environment, it's straightforward, and then there'll be a nicely done experiment in a minute, to show that people can detect something in the environment without realizing that it was there in the environment, and it nonetheless affects them. Which is actually, before moving on to the explanation of that, especially for those of you who go on in psychology, I will point out that almost every other intro textbook I've ever seen has this following definition of sensation and perception. If you major in psychology, you'll see it. It's not a good definition. When writing this book, there was a long struggle to include the better definition, which is well known in the study of perception, but for some reason isn't in intro books. Some books tell you that sensation is what occurs by sensory receptors, like in your hand, and perception is what occurs when the signals reach your brain.